Hello, welcome to my channel. My name's Bethany, and guess what? I have a new kitchen! I feel like I do this a lot when I dance. That's a shoulder movement. That's how you do it. I am so happy about it. I love it so much. My husband built it for me. He just couldn't love him more for it. It's just the best.
Where you move, make me blind. You will always be there. There's no doubt in my mind.
Now to kick off this new kitchen, we are making an emoji cake. I love, love, love emojis, if you can't tell. This one obviously is probably my favorite one. I also love the heart eyes and all kinds of other ones. And we're not gonna be just making this cake. At the end of the video, I'll show you some different versions of the emoji cake that you can do at home. And it's so easy. You wanna learn how to make an emoji cake? I'll show you. I actually speak emoji. I can have a whole text conversation in emojis. Comment down below if that's you too. In fact, just comment in emojis. I'm so excited. All right, let's get started. These are all the supplies I need, so let's go through them one by one. I'm gonna use a round 9-inch cake. It doesn't matter what flavor. I've got some buttercream here. I've got some cornstarch for all my fondant, yellow fondant, red fondant, black fondant, blue fondant, and white fondant. Wilton color mist spray. I'll show you, this is gonna be really cool. Sharp new X-Acto knife that I only use in the kitchen. Small rolling pin, an offset spatula, a serrated knife, and my big rolling pin. A circle shape, I just need this to kind of help me with my smile. A 2-inch cutter, a 1 3/4 inch cutter. I've got a leaf cutter that I'm gonna use for my teardrop shape. It's just gonna help me make that teardrop shape. If you have a teardrop cutter, perfect, or you can just freehand it. For this first step, we're gonna torte our cake, which means basically we're just gonna cut it in half and fill it with some buttercream, and then we're gonna frost it. Oh, I need a ruler, because I'm not so good at the eyeballing. So let me get a ruler, and then all I'm gonna do is make little marks in my cake, just right in the middle. It's about 1.5 inches tall, so I'm gonna do it at about 3/4 of an inch. Then I just take my knife and I kind of match up all my lines. Now that I have that done, I'm gonna take it, put my hand on top, and then just kind of guide it through right where those lines are. I like to keep my elbow tucked in so it's nice and straight. Then we just slice right through. Now that we've torted our cake, I'm gonna fill it with some chocolate buttercream. This recipe is linked down below, and it's so good, you guys. We're gonna pile it on. I put a huge pile of chocolate frosting on there. Now we're just gonna smooth it out to the edges. Don't go all the way to the edge. Leave like 1/4 of an inch. Filling, we're going to put our top back on. Line up the edge and just carefully slide your hand back. And then just fix it, position it. Perfect. That looks good. Let's just smother this thing in more chocolate. Yep, that much. All right, now we want our fondant to lay All right, now we want our fondant to make, oh my gosh, I cannot talk today. Okay, now we want our fondant to lay nice and smooth, so we're putting a nice crumb coat on it, and we're gonna make it nice and crisp and then chill it in the fridge. Now just push it towards the edges, turn as you go. Now you don't hear me say this too often, but I may have put a little too much chocolate frosting on. Let's take just a little bit off. Don't worry, we can always put more back on. Push that frosting down the sides of the cake. Hold your knife steady and turn, turn, turn. Look for any spots that you need to fill in at the bottom here. Now that our sides are straight, we're gonna pull in the top edge to make a nice, crisp, clean edge. I just kind of put my spatula really straight, put it on the top, and drag it in. Now don't get frustrated if you don't get it right away. It takes a lot of practice, so just keep on going. Keep on, keep it on. Now if you see that it's not level or straight, just add some more frosting. Frosting basically fixes everything. Now I can be here all day trying to fix this thing. Sometimes you just have to say, it's good. After I fix this one, then it'll be good. Always keep scraping your knife. If you have clean tools, then you have a clean cake. Words of wisdom. Okay, I'm gonna let it chill, and then I can kind of smooth out any little rough edges before I put the fondant on. In the meantime, oh my gosh, so good. Now that our cake is chilled, we're gonna roll out our fondant. We're gonna dust our surface with some cornstarch. Whoa, that's really dusted. Lightly dust your surface with some cornstarch. a little too much. Make sure to get it all over your shirt every time. Oh no. Ah! I'm making it worse. That's why we wear aprons, people. Okay, so once your surface is dusted with cornstarch, you want to really knead that fondant. Get it nice and soft and pliable. Oh, and make sure your surface is really clean because the fondant will pick up any little bit. So make sure you scrub it down really good and dry it really well before you start rolling out your fondant. Okay, I'm making a bit of a little pancake here so it rolls out a lot smoother. Have you seen a more beautiful rolling pin in your life? My brother-in-law makes these beauties at hubcitywoodcraft.com. And it's my favorite thing in the whole world. All right, I like to pick mine up and kind of turn it. Keep turning so it doesn't get too long in one area. Once you're done rolling out your fondant, I like to take my rolling pin and kind of just roll the fondant up on the rolling pin until I'm ready to use it. Bring that cake over here. Then you take your rolling pin and then you go like this. Voila! Oh shoot. Whew, found it. Fondant paddles are important, and this is kind of time sensitive, so you have to have this handy. Okay, so I'm just really smoothing the top out like this, and then I'm kind of spreading the fondant out and getting those small edges first. Now my sides got really chilled, so they're not really wet, and there's nothing for the fondant to stick to, so I'm taking a kitchen paintbrush and I'm just painting the edges with some water to get that fondant to stick. Now I need my turntable, and I just like to pull the fondant out and kind of spread it out and then just let it fall on the cake. That's all smoothed down. I'm just going to take a mini pizza cutter. You can use a sharp knife if you don't have one, but I love this guy. Just go right along the edge. So my edge isn't perfect. I've got a couple spots where the fondant didn't go all the way to the bottom. So I'm going to roll just a little rope border out of this yellow fondant. I'm going to knead it really, really well, and then I'm going to kind of roll it with my hands first. You can go as thick or thin as you want on this rope border. Just make sure it's consistent, like it's consistently thin or it's consistently thick. I want mine pretty thin actually. Oh, hey, after I've made a pretty good shape with my hands, I'm going to go ahead and just roll it on my surface. I just had an idea. If I take 2 dowels about the size that I want my rope and put it on either side of the rope, it's going to help it roll better and it's going to get it the size that I want it. Cool, huh? Is covered in fondant, we're going to put our rope border on. Before we do that, we're going to take a clean kitchen paintbrush and some water and just paint right along the edge where we're going to be putting the border. Now we can get this on. Then I just take a clean X-Acto knife and I cut right at the edge and I fit those 2 pieces together. Okay, now that our border's on, we're going to take that paintbrush again and paint the border just because it's a little cornstarchy. So now that our cake is covered, we're going to do the fun part and play with fondant. I am going to do my favorite emoji, which is the crying laughing face, because I do that one all the time. We're going to start with a smile. I'm going to dust my surface with some cornstarch. Now we're going to get our black fondant first. Since we're doing little details, I'm going to use my little rolling pin for this. Now don't worry about getting cornstarch on your black fondant because we're going to steam the cake afterwards and all that cornstarch is going to disappear. I've rolled it pretty thin. I'm going to get my circle shape that I found and I'm going to take my X-Acto knife. Where's my X-Acto knife? Where'd it go? Found it. So I'm going to trace a circle. Make sure it's really sharp or it's going to pull and tug your fondant and rip it. Okay, so I have a general circle shape. Now I'm going to cut it in half for the smile. Let's see. Oh my gosh, it's perfect! Let's see, how big was this? Let's measure. This is like a 6-inch circle, and I cut it in half, and it's a perfect size for a 9-inch cake. So I just put it on the cake, just for size reference. It's perfect. Now, I'm gonna cut out the eye. Put it right where it is on this one, so I have the same exact size on the eye, and cut it again. Now I'm going to cut thinner little eyebrows for him. Okay, let's see what those eyes look like on the cake. Oh, they look pretty cute. I feel like the eyes are too sharp, so I'm going to round out the edges on the edges of the eyes. I'm going to take this little guy and just kind of round it out with my sharp X-Acto knife. And I'm going to pick them up and I'm just going to squish the edges right here and make them nice and rounded with my fingers. Awesome. Now I feel like the eyebrows are a little long, so I'm going to trim up his eyebrows. Do some microblading here. Okay, I think that's great. Now let's round those edges as well. Okay, perfect. Now let's see what he looks like on the cake. He's perfect! Oh my gosh. I love it when it starts coming together. Okay, now we're gonna do the white smile part. To do that, we're gonna get our white fondant out and roll it out. We need our circle shape again. I'm gonna take my X-Acto knife and cut it out one more time. Now I'm gonna take a ruler, cut my top off. I'm just gonna freehand this guy. We're just gonna make his little teeth, so I'm gonna go from corner to corner. And I'm gonna put it against my ruler to make it straight, and I can see where I'm not straight. I'm gonna smooth the edge just like this to make it nice and rounded. I'm gonna try a smile on for size. Never fully dressed without a smile. A little bit of Annie there for you. Now it's time for our little teardrops, because he's laughing so hard. Knead that fondant really well. If your fondant starts getting too much cornstarch in it, you can put some shortening in it to kind of soften it up. I'm going to take my lead cutter that I'm going to use to help me make my teardrop shape. I'm going to use just this edge of the cutter to make a rounded shape. I'm going to put this one on top of this one so I know I have the exact same size. Now I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and just kind of trim up any little rough edges. I'm going to use my finger and just smooth it into a little teardrop shape. Okay, we're going to see how our little teardrops look. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Now we got to get all these stuck on the cake. Oh my gosh, I forgot one super important detail. We're going to make his little rosy cheeks. We're going to take our Wilton Pink Color Mist spray and we're just going to do one quick spurt on each little cheek. I'm going to take a toothpick, put the smile back on, and just put right where the corners of the smile are. Super cute. We're gonna paint the back of our fondant pieces with some water, and that will act like glue to your fondant, and we're gonna position it on our cake. Okay, now no pressure, but when you're positioning your black fondant on a colored cake or on a white cake, you have to be super careful. You kind of have one shot at it, but no pressure. That's where it's going. Now for my white. Perfect. Now my little eyes. Now let's do the eyebrows. I want to put them off to the sides here. Now our little teardrops. My gosh, obsessed. Here's one last step to kind of put it over the top. You're probably wondering why I have an iron. My iron lets off steam. You can have a steamer or whatever you want. I like to steam my cakes when there's something like this. That way it kind of takes off all the residue of the cornstarch and it makes it nice and shiny and really cool looking. Let's steam this cake. Do you see all the cornstarch just disappearing? And it's got a nice even shine on it. Oh my gosh, look at that. Cute little rosy cheek. I love it. All right, our cake is all steamed. It looks fantastic. Thanks so much for making an emoji cake with me. I love it so much. It is so adorable. You can do all kinds of different ones with this. Just have fun with it, guys. Make it for somebody that you love. Make somebody happy. If you like this video, please click subscribe to see all the new videos that are coming out. Don't forget to follow me on Insta. I'm going to be posting pictures of this cake on Instagram. Also, I've linked all the chocolate frosting recipes and the cake recipe down below, so look for that. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what your favorite emoji is and which cake you're going to make. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great day. Hey, guys, thanks for watching my emoji cake video. Now go down below and click on the link that says bonus video, because there's a bonus video on how to make different kinds of emojis. Go watch it right now. Go. Have fun. Bye.